Today, we're not going to talk about my cars or car collection, but I want to talk about some of the YouTubers' cars that are unique and what do I think about it. So first car we're going to talk about is DDE, Damon's car. Now, this guy's crazy, okay? He takes every car and just pushes them all the way to its limit and sometimes over the limit. But hey, I love the guy. I love people that are creative and push the limits, and he's got this crazy Lamborghini that is souped up is an understatement. But I think it's two-wheel drive, so there's only so much traction you can get. But to be honest with you, I drove the Huracan. It's a lot of car for the money, and I think his is the rear-wheel drive because you can do the burnouts, right? And it's got probably 1,000 horsepower. I may be wrong. And I love he goes very loud on his color choices on a car. You know, orange, green, it's pretty cool. You know, it's not just the engine horsepower that he pushes it, but he also does great liveries and paint schemes. Damon, when you come back to the States, I gotta take this puppy for a drive. So this next one, I've had the pleasure to meet the owner, Jeffree Star, and also the car. It is one of the most beautiful looking Sennas I've seen. This car has so much in options with MSO, I'm scared to look at the window sticker. But I'm sure Jeffree got a good deal on the car. It's a real one-off Senna. Very beautiful color. It's almost like Tiffany blue. And I love the details they did. That all the way down to the wheel locks, the trims on the inside, obviously the exterior paint, exposed carbon. It just really pops. This really suits Jeffree's style. So congrats on the car, Jeffree. Now, when it comes to performance, I doubt there's any modification. It should be just like my Senna, which drives amazingly on the track, but on the street, especially for long drives, it is a little bumpy, all right? It's a track car, vibrates, is loud. Bottom line, I prefer my P1. So Jeffree, you better get a P1 too. As a matter of fact, I had Jeffree drive my P1 and he loved it. Hopefully we'll have you back down here, Jeffree. So this next one, hey, it's Shimmy! So I've actually driven his Ford GT. This is a Ford GT, amazing color combo, and I think it's a one-off. He was very patient with this order, I know. He told me, and he loves his Ford GT, and I've actually driven it. It is a pretty mean looking car. My car is coming in 2022, which is the last year they're gonna make the Ford GT. So I'm hoping, you know, they're gonna do something really unique, save the best for the last. But they do have a lot of options. I do get updates from the factory, and the Heritage Edition for 2021 and 2022, they haven't released yet the color style, but obviously I'm opting for the Heritage Edition. Sorry guys, no exposed carbon on this one. And Shimi, when I get my Ford GT, you need to bring your Ford GT back down again, and we'll do a Ford GT lunch. Hey guys, by the way, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video. I love all your support. All right, let's get back to the video. So this next car is from another friend of mine, John, Garage Goals. So I don't need to guess. John probably suit this mother. Now, I love this color, John. I haven't seen it in person, but I love the light blue, and I bet with those freckles, it looks amazing in person in the sun. I think it's like a pearl blue from the picture. Now, John is a master of modification. Every car he has, I don't care if it's a pickup truck, this dude will go out and put turbochargers, soup it up, basically max out the horsepower. Love you, John. Amazing car collection, and I gotta get it right in this SVJ. Another amazing car John has is this crazy Ford GT. This cat is so crazy, he put 24 karat parts in his Ford GT. I love the color, and I love the rims. This thing looks like it's gonna do 400 miles an hour. If someone was going to break the top speed record, I think it's going to be John. This next one is a Nissan Gtr that belongs to none other than Dustin Williams. Now, when Nissan GTRs are crazy. Why? Because on the exterior, they look like another ordinary GTR, but they got so much capability to pump out and increase your horsepower. I've seen some Nissan GTRs upwards of 1,200 horsepower. That's just mind-boggling. And I guess, you know, it's relatively inexpensive, you know, for the amount of thrills you get from the car. For starters, it doesn't have a stock wheels. The color is insane. And it looks like it's lowered a few inches. And I really like the various body kit on it. It really hones in on the meaning of Godzilla. Bottom line, awesome GTR, Dustin. So this next car is from Ms.Emelia. She's got this crazy Corvette. Oh my God. This thing looks like it's got some optional, non-optional exhaust, engine, color combo. It just doesn't look like a Corvette from the rear. Amazing car for the money. I have a buddy of mine that's got his name on the wait list and he's super excited. I think these go for like 100,000 bucks. Can you imagine something that can compete with Ferrari at $100,000 and is American made? Look out for me, Ms.Emelia, because I'm coming to check out this Corvette. So this next car is from TJ Hunt. He's got this crazy Toyota Supra and I'm told he made his own body kit. Wow, that's amazing. That looks like a lot of downforce. And I love these deep dish wheels. You could bake a pizza in there. Or tadig. No. Tadig is crispy rice in Persian. So I remember the old Supras, people used to push them all the way to 1,000 horsepower, some even a little bit more. And I've actually been in one that was 1,000 horsepower that I almost soiled my pants. This kid drove this car like he was bad out of hell. And this car could go. This one here, I don't know how many horsepower he put on, but it looks like a very fast Supra. Well, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you next week.
But first, let me share a little bit about my journey. As many of you have questioned, what do I do for a living? You see my cars, my houses, and you always ask me, how do I make the money and how do I get here? If you haven't read my two books, Contrarian Playbook and Driven, please do so. I share my journey in detail and also my success and struggles. So great books to read. And my story is simple. I came here at 14, getting away from the war in Iran. My dad had a job plan. When we got here, it fell apart. We were forced to live in a car. So literally we were homeless. At age 14, I was literally dumpster diving to make ends meet, picking up things people left by the dumpsters and taking them to a swap meet to sell them for anything I could and trying to help my parents. My first job, however, was Kmart, collecting shopping carts, mopping the floors, and I was clerk 407. They gave me all the dirty work. And that was another learning curve, and I learned a lot. And after 1 year, I was able to raise enough money to buy my first car, which was better than my dad's car. So I always had passion for cars, as you can tell. But after a year, I realized I'm never going to be wealthy working for somebody else. So I decided to go and become my own boss. I didn't know what to do, so I started with selling peanuts door to door. And I did that for 6 months. I failed because I didn't have a health permit, but I had saved $20,000 in that 6 months selling peanuts door to door. And I went off to buy a gas station. And unfortunately, I got scammed. I lost all my money. After that, I worked for Winston Tire for a few months, saved money again, and I went and opened the supermarket. After a year, I failed. So one day I'm sitting in court dealing with all the crap, creditors and people I owed money to when I owned the supermarket. And my landlord pulled me to the side and said, you remind me of me when I was in my teenage years. Came to Orange County with no money, and I started with one small tiny building in real estate. And somehow he had amassed $700 million in real estate holdings. And that's when I had the aha moment. I need to figure out my way of building wealth in commercial real estate. Flash forward 28 years later, I'm a landlord. I've been able to amass every car that I dreamed of, over $30 million worth of cars, $33 million mansion at Pelican Hill. More importantly, I've been able to give back to my kids the life that I never had, and my parents for all their struggles. I retired them many years ago, buying them a ranch. They're living their dreams, and give back to charity that means a lot to me. I've recently pledged $1 million to the Autism Center at Chalk Foundation. I'm super proud to be able to give back to many kids and many families. So another one of my passions is mentorship, which is why I'm excited to share with you today. A lot of my success has been through trial and errors. Over the past 28 years, had I had a mentor early on, I would have saved a lot of money and lots of time and avoid a lot of pitfalls. So lucky for you, I'm giving you the opportunity to be mentored by me. I created something I wish I had when I got started. We call it Manny Khoshbin's Millionaire Mentorship.